L'Oreal, right. L'Oreal is probably the most inconsistent brand in terms of product quality. So they make products which are absolutely top notch, up there, on par with MAC eyeshadows or really expensive eyeshadows of any kind, and quality wise and color payoff wise. But some of their products suck so bad that it's unbelievable for one brand to actually bring out products which are so very different in terms of quality. So something I do recommend from L'Oreal are these hip eyeshadow duos, although I wouldn't recommend all of them. Some of them are really great, like this saucy one. They're intensely pigmented. So this is just, you know, just randomly swatched on my fingers. The colors are really kind of they've got a nice sheen to them. They're very, very pigmented, and they're great. They're really good. So I recommend this particular one, Saucy. This is another one. This one's got kind of like a taupe color, which is supposedly a very good dupe for MAC Satin Taupe, and this really pretty kind of silvery teal color. Again, these are really pigmented. Blend fantastic, so highly recommend this one as well. This one's called Sassy, but you do have to be aware that not all of them, they make about 30 different kinds of these duos, are as good. Some of them really suck majorly, so the best way to kind of avoid buying ones which you may be disillusioned by is actually going again on MakeupByKasiaD.com and checking the reviews for them and just buying the ones which have good reviews. So this is an example of a not so good one. So this one is in Charisma, and it's got a really nice kind of pigmented shimmery purple color, very pretty. But it's also got this kind of matte deep purple shade, which is actually quite pigmented but blends horribly. This is kind of like, this is a color which is pretty much unblendable. No matter what brush you use or anything, this blends really, really bad. So this is one which I would recommend for the purple color, not so much for the other ones. And I have read reviews of these kind of hip duos where both the colors are kind of unusable. So just be safe. Check the ratings on MakeupByKasiaD.com. It's a free service. You don't have to pay anything for it, and it's just people to people giving reviews of things and their opinions, right? So. But overall, I think this is a good product if you buy the good colors that they have, and really kind of affordable. And again, they're much cheaper on eBay, or if you live in the United States, I guess they're probably cheapest at the dollar store if you can get them, or during BOGO sales, buy one get one free, or any kind of those deals. But for people living in Europe, because this is actually a product which is only available in the States, so if you live in Europe, eBay. As for these, it's kind of common knowledge among beauty junkies that the ones which are completely foolproof, if anything, are the metallic ones. So like metallic copper, metallic gold, metallic silver. There's about 5 of these, and they are always great. But for the concentrated eyeshadow duos, like this one, it varies by from duo to duo. So you really do have to kind of do your research not to get stung, you know, by bad products, because drugstore prices can sometimes actually, these are usually go for quite a couple dollars, so not as much as MAC or department store eyeshadows, but they're not that cheap, so you know, don't get stung, especially that you can't really swatch them before buying them. So kind of do your research, go on MakeupByKasiaD.com, check the reviews, and just buy the ones which where the colours appeal to you and the ratings are good, so you don't get kind of stung by bad makeup. Other eyeshadows that I recommend by L'Oreal is anything that comes in this kind of quad, in this kind of packaging. A lot of the time they're kind of limited edition things, so this is from like 2 years ago in Golden Sunrise, and these are usually really fantastic. So the color pigmentation kind of varies from color to color and from quad to quad, but some quads are really worth buying. This one definitely is worth buying. It's called Golden Sunrise, and besides this very light gold, which is kind of chunky and not very good, doesn't really have good color payoff, the rest of them are really fantastic. You've got this really nice kind of golden brown color, more of a deep gold color, light gold color, and the pigmentation, blendability is just fantastic on all of these, and they're usually quite cheap on eBay because limited edition drugstore products are not really hunted as much as MAC limited edition products are, so usually people just want to kind of get rid of them. So yeah, these I really recommend. I have the Squad from a few years back. I also have the Squad, which is Bronze Sunset. Again, besides this gold color, which is again chunky, not really workable, the rest of the colors are really, really great, and I highly recommend this. I actually just bought a quad like this recently called Petals of Promise. It's part of the Hope campaign, so if you buy anything in this kind of quad packaging which says Hope, some of the money goes to ovarian cancer research, kind of a campaign that L'Oreal has each October, but it is kind of stuck in mail, so I haven't yet received it, can't show you, but if I ever see a L'Oreal quad in this kind of packaging, I know that it's probably worth buying. Another product that I really, really suggest from the Drugstore, eyeshadow wise, is the Cream Shadow Paints by L'Oreal. These are really, really nice. So they actually come in 6 colors. The color of the tube really nicely kind of corresponds to the color of the actual eyeshadow. You get a lot for the price. They cost about, I think, $12, and you really get a lot of product. This particular one is called Steely, perfect for any kind of smoky eye. They blend like a dream, they're creamy, they're really pigmented, and they're absolutely creaseless if you use them over an eyeshadow base. And even actually without an eyeshadow base, because these are supposed to be more like colored eyeshadow bases, so nothing but really good things to say about these. And if you like these, and they come in really kind of natural colors, neutral natural colors, so there's a champagne pink, a steely color, a taupey kind of brown color, there's a skin tone color, and kind of more of a rusty color, and some kind of a burgundy color. And the best way to buy these is actually buy them in bulk on eBay. So for 6 you pay about $40, so it's a really good deal. And yeah, really recommend these. On the topic of L'Oreal, eyeshadows which I don't really recommend from L'Oreal are their Wear Infinites that you get in this kind of packaging. Looks really nice here, doesn't it? Yeah. Not so much on the eye, so usually these are not pigmented at all, and as you can see, I use this wet as a liner, and that's about the only good thing it's worth for, right? So these I don't really recommend unless you plan to use them as liners. They work great as liners. This is a really nice color as a liner, really kind of eye brightening. If you're tired, this kind of takes away from the look of tiredness, but that's about it. Another product by L'Oreal that I really recommend are these eyeshadows, which are from the line Made For Me Naturals. There's a line of eyeshadows and lipsticks which are kind of color matched for particular skin tones and hair colors, and these are really great. They're really great if you're just getting into makeup and you don't really know what colors are suitable for you, especially if you like very neutral looks. So you get 2 eyeshadows, a lid color and a contour color, and a brow color, which is a fantastic deal. My only complaint is, I said this in another video of mine, is why the hell they did not include a highlight color is kind of beyond me, and that's kind of my big complaint about this product, but overall they're actually quite good. The color pigmentation is okay, especially of the contour colors. Not so much of the lid color, but you can kind of always go around that using some kind of a cream eyeshadow base underneath the lid color. And but overall, they're a really great product. So you can get them for dark skin tones, for brunettes, light brunettes, red-hairs, and blondes. And yeah, I actually recommend these. They're quite affordable, and you get a kind of a complete palette. So they even put instructions at the back of them on how to use the eyeshadows to get a natural look. So I think these are really good. Fine shimmer, kind of a nice sheen, and